chatting.
Never used to use it that much, but
Let me just do this again.
Yeah, but this is awesome. Yeah, it's midway. There's a certain amount
Once this populates, I should be able to see how it's going to populate.
checking the architecture.
It should be. Does that say a number?
This is 8 of 8.
That's it.
This is 3 people watching.
Okay, that's it. That's it. And then we'll start chatting. All right? That's it. Nothing else to do. That side? Can you sit on that side? I mean, I guess I could sit on that side. I don't care which side. No, that's okay. Any side? Do you have a preference? No, I'm good. I'm good. I just don't want the sun in my face. Okay. This is that talit I was talking about. That all rabbis should really have, because otherwise it's hard to work.
Goes with everything.
Well, it goes there. That's true.
Oh, that's not what
You're-
you're talking
No,
about.
but that's true. It actually does.
Your arms are free.
What?
Your arms are free.
Yeah, and your arms are free.
Can I sit next to
I mean, I used to spend, when I was on the Bima, you know, in conservative synagogue, I used to spend half my time doing this.
Yeah. I can
we're
touch
recording
the-
right here.
You know, that's all I
Just
did.
don't. You can talk. Now we can. Yeah, you can talk.
Well, listen, you guys.
Live.
You're closest to the microphone, so be careful. We're going to hear everything you say.
Don't say that we don't like Rabbi Blaine's talit.
Yeah, and don't sing too loudly if you're not in tune.
We love Rabbi Blaine's talit.
All it is, or? Well, no. Be more.
So we're at the Ordination weekend in Stony Point, New York with class 17. And we're going to get the service started very shortly. I'll try to chat a little bit with you all.
I mean, they're all here. We're going to start.
Everybody's here?
Yeah, they're all here. Who else? Is anybody is anybody not here that someone's
Ariel.
expecting?
There's a number of people I don't see right here.
Where's Mommy? We're just going to bimbo. Let's do bimbo.
She's coming.
Take a solo. What do you want to do? D minor. That's the Jewish key. That's the first lesson of the cantors.
I thought A was.
D minor is our key. So we just sang how goodly are your dwellings, O Jacob, and how wonderful it is for brothers and sisters to dwell together. And you are all you brothers and sisters. Cantors, that's a brother and a sister. But the rabbinical students, they really are brothers and sisters.
Where is Lenny?
They've been, in fact, I understand you're in each other's wills at this point. Is that?
Mostly. What?
Let's do, we did that. All right. Well, how about this one? You know this one?
I'll follow.
It's in C. This is the other Jewish key, C. Maya, Maya. Shabbat, two new guests have come in, so we start from the beginning. Here we go.
Thank you so much.
Don't you think synagogue should do that? That we should. We're gonna finish copying a little line for later. Here. Okay. Okay. Is that possible? Thanks.
Yeah, I gotta go get it.
Okay. What was I saying?
Yes.
Start again. We're going to start all over again. We have a beautiful folk song that, by the way, this is Rabbi Monty Sugarman. He's my colleague. We've been rabbis for a long time, 20-something. I'm 20. You're 20 years, and I'm 18.
Okay.
And then your wife's 19. She's only 19. You've got and Rabbi Billy, who's taking all the pictures this evening, he's the other third member of our Bet Din. So, and he will be conferring semicha to the three of us will be in a little bit. So this is a little folk song. You'll like this. You know it. Ready? More people. Here we go. Sugarman. We like applause in our shul. Good, I'm glad. Well, we're kindred spirits. Said Rabbi Akiva, love your neighbor as yourself. I wonder where he got that from. But seriously, my friends, let's get a little bit more serious. This is a melody that I composed for the Nishmat Kol Chai, which is typically sung in the morning. Let the soul of everything alive bless your name, Adonai our God, and the spirit of all flesh glorify your name forever, O sovereign. Transcending space and time, you alone are God, and we have no sovereign besides you. Repeat after me each phrase. Ready? Nishmat. Oh, that's good. Take it from here. sound better. Except for when I do the high holidays and I got all those people. It sounds good then too. But you guys are great. Oh, let's do this one. Rabbi Monty, this is one of Rabbi Monty's favorites. Give it to you, Rabbi Monty. Let that be an example to your rabbinical students. If you're singing with somebody and your words are not together, just barrel ahead. Much better. We lit the Shabbat candles before, so we're not, but we're going to do this. Here, it's easier to read. Come on in, come on. Oh, you need a seat? We got it over here, right in front. Wait, let me set the tempo. May the Lord protect and defend you. May the Lord shield you from shame. May you come to be in Israel a shining name. May you be like Ruth and like Esther. May you be deserving of praise. Strengthen them, O Lord, and keep them from the stranger's way. May God bless you and grant you long life. For you, may God make you good husbands and wives. Husbands who will care for you. May the Lord protect and defend you. Oh, we got it. We'll stop. May the Lord two, three, four. May the Lord protect and defend you. May the Lord preserve you from pain. Favor them, O Lord, happiness and peace. Oh, hear our Sabbath prayer. very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Rabbi Steve, can you make an announcement to the folks online where we are? Because I keep trying to tell them and they can't. They're not reading where we are.
In the Siddur?
We're on page
No.
792.
We're in Stony Point, New York.
Yeah, just tell them.
I tried, but I don't think they can hear me. Okay.
Ready? Here we go. Three, four. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashem,
Okay, one more second. Okay, we are in Stony Point, New York, and I am Carol's on the line, so hi, everybody. We just can't seem to chat back to you. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. That was for our online international Sim Shalom Jewish Universalist.
There's a lot of people, and they're talking, and it's funny because they don't hear us. Me.
There's another follow me. Adonai. Lamabul Yashar. Vayishev Adonai. Melech Lelam. Adonai Oz. Le'amo Yitain. Adonai Yivarech. Yivarech Le'amo. Major 7. Very nice. Thank you very much. Let's do this one. You have the hallelujah. You like that one?
Yeah.
Rabbi Sugarman.
Which,
Whichever melody you want.
okay. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Sing any melody you like to L'cha Dodi. Any idea? Okay, let's go with that one. L'cha Dodi, All right. Well, before we continue with our service, I have a few words to say to you. But in order to do that, I have to close this document and open a different one. Here we go. All right. So Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
What a wonderful singing crowd you are. Some of you must be professionals.
I think they all are.
I think they all are. Well, as I said before, for some of you who just came in, my name is Rabbi Stephen Blaine, and I'm the founder of I'm the founder and dean of JSLI, which is this rabbinical school, and I'm also the founder of Sim Shalom, Grant Us Peace, which is an online synagogue. It's been online for 10 years, and there are 40, 60, 80 people that are watching all around the world. They come and go every week, and they're amazing. It's an amazing community. It's so funny because when I do the service alone or in my and I can interact with them, it's like being with a brick and mortar community because they're kvetching, they're talking about this, you wouldn't believe it. It's the same thing. So there you are. Anyway, it's a great pleasure for me to formally welcome you all here this evening for our 17th JSLI Rabbinical School Ordination Shabbat. I'm getting younger. You're not. I'm sorry to tell you. Of course, I do want to again welcome formally the two additional rabbis who are on the bet din, Rabbi Billy Love.
No.
No.
There he is.
Oh, what are you doing over there? Okay. All right. He's working.
Do you see him? There.
And Rabbi Monty Sugarman, right next to him. Rabbi Monty and I have been playing music for years, and we're just buds. So Rabbi Sugarman, let me tell you a little bit about him. He's the founder of, he's the co-spiritual leader of Synagogue Without Walls called Or Chadash, and he's based in Saratoga Springs, where the water is killer good.
Great.
And he and his wife Anna are independent modern rabbis who serve all branches of Jewish orientation and all people. He specializes in B'nai Mitzvah training. He has one, in fact, tomorrow. No, I'm only kidding. He's got a lot of them though. And B'nai Mitzvah ceremonies and life cycle ceremonies. Rabbi Sugarman also works as a hospital chaplain for St. Peter's Health Partners in Albany. He's a New York State licensed marriage and family therapist. He's a musician, as you all know, and a healer. Now, Rabbi, Professor, and Judge William Love, who's working for me taking pictures right now, he is a professor and judge, like I just said, and he hails from Philadelphia. He's got a BA in criminal justice from Temple University, a JD Law. What does that mean? What's JD Law? Oh, got it. Okay.
Now do the link.
Jewish doctor? Is that what you're saying? Western Michigan University Cooley School of Law. He is the chief hearing master for the Philadelphia Municipal Court, the Emergency Domestic Violence Unit. From 1997 to the present, he's been Social Science Department Chair at the Community College of Philadelphia. And from 2015 to the present, he's been a criminal justice professor at the Community College of Philly. Professor Love has taught at the Jewish Community High School of Gratz College for 8 years and is a member of the Society Hill Synagogue in Philly. And he graduated JSLI in 2014. So tonight, Shabbat, we're reading Bahalotcha, yes? Yeah, a little bit of light. I'm going to leave this Torah portion, the Israelites and the Mishkan, the tabernacle, and the menorah are literally journeying through the Sinai. And Aaron is commanded to raise the lights of fire in the menorah. That's it. I'm not saying anymore. I'm not saying anything else. That's it. Because I'm going to leave the message to Rabbi Sugarman, who will illuminate. Do you like that? Do you see that connection? Is that brilliant? What do you think?
It is brilliant.
Who will illuminate. That's what you guys would do that. I know you would.
Sure.
Yeah. Who will illuminate the portion and stimulate your Torah minds in a few moments. And Rabbi Love will share his take on Bahalotcha tomorrow morning. But right now, I'd like you to please join with me in a meditation from one of our mentors, Rabbi Joseph Gelberman, Zichron Livracha. Rabbi Gelberman was a contemporary of Rav Zalman Shlachter Shalomi, the founder of the Jewish Renewal Movement. Both rabbis were on a similar path. They both engaged in spiritual enlightenment and were progressive in their thoughts and their teachings, particularly around Kabbalah and the interfaith. And it's from Rabbi Joseph Gelberman's inspiration that the seeds of JSLI were planted. Rabbi Gelberman was known for his wisdom and humor. Despite a challenging life, he experienced religious persecution as a child in Hungary, and then again as a young rabbi, when his wife and young daughter were taken to Auschwitz, never to be seen again. Rabbi Gelberman's greatest gift to the Jewish world, and to all of you students, perhaps indirectly, was that he was early to embrace the idea that although religions are different, the intention is always the same. Getting closer to divine source, getting closer to God. He liked to illustrate his interfaith philosophy this way. Imagine a blackboard, and in the middle of the blackboard are the names of all religions, and over all the religions is a big G. That was Rabbi Gelberman, right? Meaning God. when you look at it, you realize we're all going to the same place. So let's all help each other to be the best we can be. That was pretty profound a while ago. I mean, now we think that's nothing, but that was pretty profound. He was ahead of his time, Rabbi Gelberman. Anyway, this evening I want to share with you just a brief meditation that Rabbi Gelberman used to share with all of us. He took great joy in leading this meditation, so I'd like you to please rise, close your eyes, and you're going to join with me in a spiritual mikvah. Some of you might have gone to mikvah. I know one of you did. Now you get a chance to be in a spiritual mikvah. So I'd like you to please close your eyes, hold your hands to your sides with the palms up. Not down, palms up. Thank you. Now feel 3 drops of heavenly water hitting your hands. 1, 2, 3. Now bring your hand and the water to your forehead and use it to wash away all the negative thoughts and the fears and the doubts and the judgments. Now bring that water to your eyes and wash away all the blinders that keep you from seeing your fellow human beings exactly as they are, in God's image, your brothers and your sisters. Next, bring the water to your ears and clear them so that you may only hear truth and so that you are able to hear any cries for help and support. Now bring your hands and the water to your mouth so that you may only speak of truth and love and joy. Now spread that water over your front, over your chest, over your sides, all around your body. And clean away all that negativity that you've built up. Clean away all that negativity so that you can begin fresh and cleansed and pure in God's eyes. And now before you open your eyes, I would like to conclude as Rabbi Gelberman would always conclude. So sing with me. It's a spontaneous melody. I am ready. 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 I am ready to serve the Lord. To serve the Lord. I am ready. 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 I am ready to serve the Lord. To serve the Lord. And now we'll continue with the Baruch Hu. Stay. Please stand up. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Continue. Now we'll continue with the Shema.
You do that. So, first.
Oh yeah, before the Shema. Right, we're going to do the Ahavat. Sorry.
Should I sit?
Yes, let them sit.
Okay. We'll invite Joel and Kristen are becoming cantors. We have a beautiful Ahavat Olam that's right before the Shema. So come on. Come on up. No.
Might as well get used to it. I mean, I know you are used to it.
No. Oh, you want to read from there? Or? And this is beautiful by Debbie Freeman. God's great love for the people of Israel. Ahavat Olam. Beit Israel. Okay.
Everybody rise for Shema. Stay, stay up.
Okay.
I like having you guys. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Let's go before. Baruch Shem Yehova Malchuto.
בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וכשאתה מאוד עליך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. אדוני אלוהיכם ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ולעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל עוד היא לעולם, עוד היא לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות ולעולם. יתגדל ויתקדש שמך ויעמוד ברכלותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכם ויומכם וחיי כל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן הבאים ויאמרו אמן.
ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם וחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה וישפוט ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי וקדש אותו כי בשבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו אלוהי אברהם אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא אל עליון כונן שמיים וארץ. מגן אבות בדברו בחיי מתים במאמרו האל הקדוש שאין כמוהו המניח לעמו ביום שבת קודשו כי בם רצה להניח להם כי בם רצה להניח להם לפניו עוד ביראה וחב"ד ונועל לשמו בכל יום תמיד מן הרע.
Rabbi Sugarman has a few words for you.
More than a few words. Anyway, I'm gonna sit down. Is that okay? I don't see any,
whatever.
I don't see any else. Anyway, welcome everybody. Okay, Shabbat Shalom. like so blown away by being here. This is like, what could top this, right?
It's pretty good.
Today is the longest day of sunlight in the year. It's a very special day. It's, the summer solstice. So right now I could feel, we all have chakras, different points in our being. And when you sing like this, it opens up so all of us are really wide open right now. But at this point, anyway, I'm Rabbi Monty Sugarman and Rabbi Steve Lane introduced me. I live in Saratoga Springs, New York. It's 2.5 hours north of here. Kind of looks just like this. Upstate New York has the same type of look. No palm trees there. And my wife and I are co-leaders of a virtual synagogue. We do a lot of weddings and bar mitzvahs, a lot of things. But I'm celebrating my 20th year as a rabbi, so I'm just really amazed by that. Because it was actually this week. He would have Rabbi Gelman would have it at the end of June, so he would have it.
You were 29 then, right?
What?
You were 29 then.
Actually, I was 48. Okay, so it's amazing. But anyway, I just want to address the rabbis to be here. This is very special, okay? Because you're going through this is a transformation for you, a transition. I know you all may be, Jewish leaders, or spiritual leaders, or teachers, or rebbe, and cantors, rabbis and cantors, but you are going through, a transformation. You will never be the same after tomorrow night, because you will be rabbis. It may not hit you right away, and like Rabbi Steve had said, maybe you won't be approved by everyone, but in time you will be. And no one ever asks me anymore, where I went to school. Once in a while someone does. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the rabbi that I went to Rabbi Gelman's school. I'm very proud of it. Back then he seemed like he was a little more way out for some of the other rabbis at that time, but as we look back at it, he was just truly a beautiful man. So reflect on that from now until tomorrow night. I'm going to ask you again, and reflect back on your journey, that led you to become a rabbi or a cantor. Okay. I know I had my journey, and I think back, because this Torah portion, Alotcha, was my daughter's bat mitzvah, and she's 38 now. So let's say 25 years ago, whatever it was, losing track here. Yeah, 25 years ago, I had a kind of epiphany at her. I really got back into my Judaism during her studies for taking her, and it was at a conservative temple, and it actually was my first Torah reading was this, since I had my bar mitzvah and confirmation. I had a confirmation also, I read the Torah back then. But anyway, so this week's Torah Parsha, Ha'alotcha, from the book of Numbers, or in Hebrew, Bamidbar, in the wilderness. The Israelites are in their second year after the Exodus from Egypt. This is about 3,300 years ago. And they're journeying out into the unknown, like the rabbis here, becoming a nation, receiving the Torah and the laws, and becoming a strong army before entering the promised land of milk and honey, or Canaan. Also, they are learning many life lessons along the way, since it is not easy to have an easy existence in the Sinai desert. And they face many challenges regarding food, water, and getting along with each other in a very difficult environment. So in this parsha, Hashem speaks to Moses, saying, "Speak to Aaron and say to him," this is how it opens up in English, "When you mount the lamps, let the 7 lamps give light at the front of the lampstand. And God describes to Moses this solid gold menorah for the tent of meeting, and appoints the Levites to serve as assistants under Aaron and his sons. And the Levites are then cleansed with this water of purification for their duties. And of course, they kill a few cows, they said, just to kind of spice up the ceremony. Back then, they would sacrifice animals. And here is established the importance of having this holy menorah lit perpetually. It did for the next 1,000 years, except for a few breaks in time at the destruction of the first temple, and in 586 BCE, and then again in 175 BCE when the Greeks, the Syrian Greeks, took over the temple in Jerusalem and put out the light. You know, and that's the Hanukkah story. And this menorah, by the way, was almost 5.5 feet tall, weighing 1/2 of a ton. Okay? And over the course of Jewish history, the menorah has remained one of the most significant symbols of Judaism through lighting the Hanukkah during Hanukkah. And today in modern Israel, in the Jewish quarter, and I go there every year, in the old city is an exact replica of this ancient menorah, which you should all go see. It's guarded in a plexiglass case, and it's amazing. And thousands upon thousands of people visit this spot. They moved it, and it's now, I don't know what it's called, but it's this kind of square that's in the Jewish quarter there, where they have now. It used to be on the steps leading down to the hotel. So the Temple Institute in Jerusalem researched and created this menorah in the exact dimensions described in the Torah. And they envision it will be placed in the third temple when it's rebuilt. And also in Jerusalem, outside the Knesset, Israel's parliament, is a huge menorah which stands as a symbol of the new Jewish state. And another connection of the ancient menorah is the placement of the Ner Tamid. I don't think they have one here in each synagogue. Also, Catholic churches have one too. So here are some highlights of this week's Parsha, okay? And Rabbi Love will expound more tomorrow. I probably stole his points already. So Moses goes on to explain that Israelites that are unclean during Passover due to coming in contact with the dead can celebrate a Pesach Sheni, a second Passover, on the 14th of Iyar, exactly a month after the real-time holiday. And I don't know if anyone did know that. I don't know who celebrates that, but I know the Orthodox probably do something with that. Next in the Parsha, a cloud by day and a fire by night demonstrates God's presence over the Mishkan, or sanctuary in the desert. When the cloud lifts from the Mishkan, the Israelis know to decamp and set out on their journey tribe by tribe. Next in the Parsha, Israelites complain of lack of meat, and God provides meat in the form of quails coming in from the sea, so numerous that they eat so much and are so greedy about it, it's coming out of their teeth, that God strikes them down by a severe plague. And this lack of faith, after God providing so many miracles coming out of Egypt in the past few years, profoundly frustrates Moses and the Council of Elders. And the last episode in this parsha, which is very disturbing, is that Miriam and Aaron talk behind Moses' back, and they talk about the Cushite woman, Zipporah, that he married, and they say bad things about her. And right there, Miriam is struck with leprosy. And Moses begs God to heal her, and we have this famous line for healing, Elna Rafana La. And after her isolation and recovery outside the camp, she comes back, and the Israelites resume their journey. But after this, both Miriam and Aaron are condemned to die in the wilderness. and their reputation is tainted forever. All commentators agree that Lashon Hara, or talking bad about people, and I talk about this today, there's lots of schools of thought about Lashon Hara. It's very hard not to talk about people, okay? And I have a good illustration at work. Sometimes I sit with people at a table, and they start talking about other people, and they make fun of them and all this stuff. So it's not good. It hurts the people who you're talking about. It can even kill them, words. It hurts the listeners, anyone who's even listening. So what I suggest is just to change or something. Talk about the Yankees or something. We're Yankee fans here. Maybe the Red Sox. So anyway, and then the person who speaks it. So Lashon Hara, that's the last thing in that portion. So just a word about the Haftarah tomorrow from the prophet Zechariah. This all ties into the Torah portion, that when the Israelites, after the first destruction of the temple, they were returning, and Zechariah, who was a prophet at that time, has this vision of this golden menorah in this rebuilt temple, and he talks to Zerubbabel, who was like the governor of Judah at that time, to encourage him in rebuilding the temple, and he actually sets the foundation of the temple. And there's a famous line, and I'm just going to end now, that is prophesied there. It says that Zechariah says to Zerubbabel, not by might, because he's losing faith, not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. So the menorah, symbol of God's divine light and spirit, like in the beginning of creation, by a he or. That the original light, it wasn't just the light of the sanctuary, it was God's divine light. So by a he or, and Shabbat Shalom.
Beautiful.
And I had it right up.
Okay. All right, now we're going to begin to conclude. We have a couple of things. First, we're going to do Mishabera. Let's sing. You just mentioned El Narafan Allah,
Oh yeah.
and we'll sing that. We're going to spontaneously compose a melody, and then I'll look around the room and you'll say names. And of course, anybody online, have them type in. You won't be able to say the names, but yeah.
That's frozen.
Okay. It's frozen? Oh. Okay. So here's the melody. El Narafan Allah. El Narafan Allah. That's it. El Narafan Allah. El Narafan Allah. Yeah. El Narafan Allah. Oh, you keep that going, okay? And I'll mention something. Okay, we've got Alexis. Your husband, Bobby Miller. Everybody who's online, all those names.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Manya Bat
Maxine, Sid and Joyce Becker, Susan Stein, and Rabbi Jeffrey's son Jared.
got our healing energy from right here in this room, right? And have all these people around the globe, hopefully. Are they there? They are there.
They're
Okay.
back.
Okay, they're back.
Yes, they're back.
So we're going to send our healing energy out to all of them. Let's pray for a complete healing for Shalem and for all those people. All right. Now let's rise and do the Aleinu and the Mourner's Kaddish, and then we're going to make Kiddush, special feature for our Kiddushes. Right. So rise, Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon l'adon l'atei tegula le'oseh reshit shelo asanu yoyeh haratzot v'lo samanu mishpachot ha'rama shelo asam elkeinu kahem v'gor aleinu k'kol hamonam v'anachnu gorim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'ne'emar Haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yihye Adonai echad u'shemo Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah v'yalmad yikra v'yusei v'yamlich malchusei v'chayei kon v'yomei kon v'chayei t'chol Beit Yisrael ba'agala v'zman kari v'imru Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach v'olam l'amei maya yitvarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei v'kudusha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata tahiran v'yalma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayiv aleinu v'yachol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mrama hu yaseh shalom Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru. Amen. Please remain standing unless if you can't, it's okay. And Kristen is now going to sing a fancy schmancy Kaddish for you all.
Good.
Like Kiddush. All right, I'll
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen Baruch
douche, all right? Yeah, well, that was written by my teacher, Noah Shaw.
Oh,
It was composed by Noah Shaw. So
Wow.
Kristen honored us. I thought we'd have a sippy also. Why not?
it's grape juice.
Yeah, it is. All right. That was beautiful. You guys are the cantors, right? The cantors.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, cool.
So please be seated, and then we'll conclude. Announcements. Any announcements for tomorrow or tonight? So tonight, afterwards, we go over there, right?
Yes.
Okay. You're welcome to go over for a cookie. What do we have? No cookies. Just hang out over there.
Yeah, we're gonna play some songs.
We're gonna play. Oh, one of our rabbis here, who shall remain nameless, is a mean pianist. Plays every song ever written. Rabbi Love. So we'll be over in the house down there. What else? And tomorrow morning.
The schedule's on the door over there. I don't
Schedule's
have
on
it
the
with
door.
me. We'd be at breakfast on time. They,
What
you know,
time
they
is that?
Yeah, we
serve
must be on
us.
time here because if we're not on time.
They have an
They're not waiting
agenda.
for you.
And then services are about at 8:45, I think.
Okay.
Did you say 8:40?
And then
8:45 are services, so we have to have breakfast first, but the schedule's on the door. We'll look at it when we get
Yeah.
next door.
you got something good for Adon Alam?
Just the regular.
All right, do the regular.
Adon Alam,
Asher Malach,
B'Terem Kol,
B'Terem Kol,
Yitzir Nivra,
Yitzir Nivra,
V'Eit Nazar,
V'Eit Nazar, V'Hefsakol, Azay Melech Shemo Nivra Adon Olam.
You better do that.
I'm sorry I couldn't chat with you tonight. Rabbi Karen says hi. I still don't see Rabbi Steve. Yeah, I don't know where I threw it.
What?
They can see it. Is that the start? Stop it.
Yeah. Stop that.